Here we go. Welcome back to my kitchen again. Welcome back to Cooking Around's kitchen. Today we have another special treat. What do we have? Mushroom breadsticks. A Polish treat. You can find specialty restaurants just sell this product. Now, if you want me to pronounce it in Polish, forget it. That's too complicated. But just try the recipe and I'm sure you're going to love it. So, let's get going with this recipe. Alright, here's some of my goodies. Here's the mushrooms, and guess what? I have this cardboard. No, you cannot eat it. I'm going to give you the measurements. I'm going to show you what we're going to use this thing for. And did you ever hear about black cumin? This is absolutely awesome. You have to try it. So, let's get going. Get a large heavy fry pan and add about 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. And now here I have half a kilo of button mushrooms which have been shredded in my food processor. So let's put it all in, and now what we're going to do is we're going to cook it slowly because I want about 90% of the liquid out of the mushrooms. So a little trick here is put everything into the center like this, and the water will drain off to the sides and it'll make things a little bit easier. So just move it around like this and create a little tiny mountain in the middle. And here it is. It's now starting to evaporate. It's now been maybe about 10 minutes. Okay, it is done, and this is the way I would like it to be. Now let's add 1 medium diced onion and just add it in like that, and just mix that all around, and we're going to let that go for about 3 minutes. Add 100 grams of salted butter. As an option, you can now add some ground pepper. 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Now cover it, put the heat on low, and let this go for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, it is done. Let's just give it another little stir and let's get going because I'm starting to get hungry. Okay, here comes the dough. Let's put a little bit of flour. Now this dough I had it done and mixed in my food processor. But you know something, if you're a little bit lazy, go to the supermarket and you can buy it already pre-made. So here it is. It's been lifting and poofing for about an hour, and now I put that down the middle, and just to make my life easier, I'm going to cut it in half because, you know, I don't want to work with the whole thing. So now let's get this thing going, and let's just push this thing all the way down like this. And we're going to now get it to be rolled, and this is basically roll, roll, roll. I want the dough as thin as possible. So now here's the cardboard. It's about what, 3 inches by 12, and this is going to be my guide for making them absolutely perfect. So put it down like that and just cut around it. Now you don't have to use this if you don't want to. You can do it by eye, but you know, if you want them to look pretty and you want them all the same, I would recommend that you do it this way. And everything's going great here. Just take a look at that. Absolutely awesome. Now grab yourself a plate, any plate, and I want you to put a little bit of flour on there, and I want you to take out your sections now and just put them on just like that. And put that into the side, and now it's important that you don't throw anything out. So the leftover dough that came from that first batch, I want you to roll it again thin. I want you to use the template again, and this is how we save our dough, or you're rolling in the dough. So let's get going. Add a little bit more flour, and now if you find that your sections have become a little bit shrunken, I would advise you just to roll it one more time like that. Now grab your mushroom, and just a little bit at a time, I want you to create a line right down the center, just like this. Now it's important to try to work clean here, because if you have the mushrooms go all over the place, it is not going to stick properly when you go to roll this dough. So take your time, go slow. So go right up to about ½ an inch from the edge, just like that. Looking good. Okay, now let's start to roll it. I want you to flip it over like that and take it over to almost to the other side of the edge. And now just keep on going along like that. Just pound it down a little bit like this with your finger just to get it down, and just flip it over like this. And that, as simple as it looks, That's basically it. So let's put that on the side for now, and let's do it one more time. Flip over, straighten it out if it's a little bit crooked, and that's basically it. Get yourself a baking tray, and I'm going to add here a little bit of cornmeal just so it doesn't stick, but you can use baking paper if you want to. That's up to you. And let's put it all in, and let's keep it about 1 inch away from each other. And now I want you to grab 1 egg yolk, and I want you to add just a little splash of milk, just like that, just a splash. And I want you to stir that around, get it really mixed. And now grab your handy dandy brush, and I want you to start painting the tops. But you know something? Don't worry how it looks at this point. Just get as much as you can on, and just keep it as even as possible. And now here comes the secret: black cumin. And this is also good for you. Just look at my blog and I will give you more information on this. And now I want this to go into the oven at 325 or 180 Celsius for 40 to 50 minutes. But please keep an eye on it because all ovens are different, and I shall be back. Okay, and here we are. Just take a look at that. Doesn't that look absolutely awesome? Crunchy on the inside and tender and moist on the inside. I really hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much for allowing me to show you this recipe. I hope to see you again on my next video. And goodbye now from Tony and Cooking Around. And please keep those comments coming. Goodbye now.